Hello and welcome to the Nuclear Reactor, and today we'll be reacting to What If Raditz Turned Good GT Edition Part 2. I've been looking forward to doing this one, and I hope y'all are ready for it. And please, if you haven't already and you're watching my videos, subscribe to me, please. Because it said like 66% of my viewers are not subscribed to me or something in YouTube Analytics. So please, if you like my videos and keep coming back for that, then just subscribe and hit me up with a like on there. And comment what y'all want me to watch next, because I'd really appreciate that, and thank you.
Oh dear, Ranch. First it's going Super Saiyan 3 in the Tournament of Power, and it's now this. Hey guys, Masako X here. Now, when it comes to universes on the Masako X channel, there is none other that is bigger in scope, nor larger in endearment, than that of the Raditz Turned Good universe. This isn't me saying it. You can see it all over the internet, with more people taking note of the likes of Raditz and understanding that he was taken from us far too soon within the TV series and the manga.
Exactly.
He didn't deserve that kind of treatment, we know that. But now we've been able to do him justice and give him the story that we think he is worthy of, as well as the
Oh, and also, what y'all think of my Kakashi shirt? I just got it the other day. Hope y'all like it.
chance to have some cool stories to boot at the side of his brother Kakarot. We spent 13 awesome parts thus far in the main timeline discussing his place in the narrative, but a lot of people wanted to look at an alternative timeline, a place which has been up for debate and something that could do with a dash of Raditz in it. I'm going to treat GT for the time being, until the main timeline goes past age 789 and properly overwrites GT's timeline, as if it were the de facto future of the What If Raditz universe, but with the addition of elements that we got in Super, such as Beerus and Whis, God Key, as well as all the powers that we witnessed in that series thus far, including Vegeta, the fusion of Raditz and Vegeta. In the last part of the spin-off, Pilaf and Shu took umbrage with Raditz's constant bemoaning of their punkish looks. They grew up from the time that they were kids in the Super timeline, just so you know, and so decided to not only turn Goku into a kid, but also Raditz, and as a result, he goes with Pan and Goku as well as Trunks and Goten, because we cannot tolerate Goten missing out on this adventure over a silly phone call. This characterization of Goten in the original is terrible. Also, our version of Goten is a lot nicer than the one in the original GT timeline, I'm just gonna say. And we also did acknowledge the merits of the Power Brothers, before Raditz put a stop to that, as it
I love the Para Brothers. That would be so cool to cosplay them.
reminded him of the Tournament of Power and the likes, of course, of Universe 2. Raditz here does tend to put a stop to some of GT's more, let's say, unusual tropes. Wait a minute. Now, just before you think of anything, that Masako, what happened to your beard and why are you wearing a different top? Well, I've come from the future to actually remind you that I have a PO box, and since our wedding is getting very, very close, if you want to send a wedding card or congratulatory message to us, you can send it to the PO box located at this address. I've got some right here, just to quickly do before we actually get into the what if. Now, this first one is from Katie, all the way from Tokyo, and in it she describes that Gine and Ranch really help inspire her when it comes to her kendo training. And that is something that I just found really, really cool, that Gine and Ranch together. That's just really cool. A lot of people really want to see that happen, Gine meeting Ranch. Caitlin then sent us this really, really nice card.
That sounds awesome. I'm all for the heroines, the female heroes of the animes and stuff. That's my favorite. That's why I love What If Gine Turned Good. Although some of y'all don't like that, I guess, because the one I posted yesterday still has no views on it, which usually I have at least a dozen by now, but okay. Whatever y'all want.
Including a really sweet poem, and thank you so much for that. Including some really nice cute art as well. And asking the question whether we were going to sell R&R as a fan manga. That's a bit of tricky territory. We might have to do what we do with the Zidane comic up there and omit the word Dragon Ball, but yeah, we might be able to see if we can make that happen, so thank you, Caitlin. Then I got a card from Beram, and he is a regular contributor on my Twitter, and again, thank you so much, Beram. Just rub this all day. Kian, thank you so much for this card. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime, as well as actually mentioning that he hopes that we eat a lot of cake on the day. Don't worry, we'll have plenty of that. And especially a lot of red velvet too. Then our pal Ty sent over a letter wishing us congratulations for our marriage, and really nice open letter. And that's why I like the PO box. It allows you to actually take your time with your messages, and it just feels a bit more personal, you know. So thank you so much, Ty, for that one. Then there's Emra R. Thank you so much for this really cute card, and it's in gold, so it's very much on brand, the theme being purple and gold. Toomsy over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/masterquex_TFS, he sent a really personalized gift card that was just
cool.
covered with loads of R&R art, Goku and Chi-Chi and whatnot. Yes, the comparison between us two, Goku and Chi-Chi, it's not the first time, but I do find it endearing. So thank you so much, Toomsy. And the final one for the moment comes from Matthew, and he was sending us another well-wishing card for weddings and whatnot, as well as him sending his favourite Goku cards, as well as Dragon Ball cards. I'm not quite sure which game it's from, but still, you sending your actual favourite card.
Whoa. Those cards, I used to have those when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I just saw the back of the... Oh, that brings back so many memories. I haven't seen those in years. That's so cool! Oh, that's awesome.
Odds, I mean, there's like Goku and Saiyans, more Goku. It's Goku and Gohan beating the ever-living schnoz out of Cell, and I love it. So thank you so much, Matthew. And again, if you want to send some well wishes for the wedding, you got to be quick. You got to send it to the PO box thing here, and I'll feature it on another video. So thank you so much, guys, and let's get back into the video. Our radical heroes are on the way to the planet designated as M2, the home planet of Giru, their new robotic companion who seems to grind Raditz's gears. This is all in order to take a break on their way to gather Black Star Dragon Balls, as well as provide Giru a chance to reminisce. And for Raditz...
Wait, would Pan be going this time, or was she... Yeah, she would be... would she be going this time?
Its sake, hopefully they can just leave them on N2 and then skedaddle. There is something amiss when they land. Everyone is quite surprised to find the planet almost entirely deserted. There doesn't seem to be any signs of life here, despite the seemingly man-made structures that litter the landscape. As they venture around the area they landed in, Raditz remarks that this is giving him chilling flashbacks to the times when he himself was doing dirty work for Lord Frieza. By the time they were done with these worlds, they would have these, like, sort of eerie winds that seemed to only arrive when life had ceased on these worlds. This feels just like that. Meanwhile, everything that Giru sees is being transmitted to General Rildo, which he finds extremely illuminating. He especially takes an interest in Raditz. There's no mistaking that hair, as he spies on the group some more. He sends the Sigma Force after them. Now we know what you're thinking. Masako, come on! The Sigma Force posing a problem to our group? There's 5 of them, 2 more than in the original. And for the most part, you would be right. Except in this continuity, we had a little thing called the Tournament to Power happen before this timeline. And things did change accordingly. So, for the purposes of this scenario, let's say that General Rildo and his master had a mysterious ally who held a grudge against Universe 7's team. A grudge which came at the cost of their own universe, and they were keen to settle the score outside of the confines of the tournament grounds, without anyone to stop them. Needless to say, thanks to all this extra support from this as of yet unknown benefactor, the 5 members of the Dragon team subsequently get captured by a successfully well-coordinated attack and plan from this new Sigma Force. And as that's going on, a missing member of this posse is busy off in another part of the Omniverse, building on a friendship-stroke-rivalry that was formed during the aforementioned tournament, if you may remember. On planet Sadala, our ranch is training with her new friends from this alternate Saiyan home. Caulifla, Kale, and Kaba. It all began after the Tournament of Power, when Caulifla and Ranch began to take an interest in one another, and then fought again at the World Martial Arts Tournament around the time of End of Z, when Pan was about 5 years old. In that tussle, Caulifla won again, but Ranch was keen to follow Caulifla back to Universe 6 and train with them so that they can get stronger and she can break Caulifla's winning streak without having to resort to Super Saiyan 4 and cheating. In that time also, she befriended Kale and Kaba, so as to ease any awkward feelings that Kale may have, and Kaba, He just seemed like a nice guy, you know? Since the Tournament of Power, the inhabitants of planet Sadala have started to unlock greater potential within themselves, thanks to the efforts of Kaba and company, much to Shampa's delight. He had instructed the three of them to do this by shouting at them after the tournament, "I want more Super Saiyans! Gimme, gimme, gimme!" After all this time, his sweet, sweet mortal level was going
like
up,
him.
and the pressure was being taken off of him. So, this would mean he can slack off even more and not have to lose weight. Perfect. Now with more free time, Viles and Champa often attend matches when Ranch is in town. The Fat Cat is pretty intrigued by this whole Super Saiyan 4 thing that Vegeta showed in the tournament, and Ranch had now perfected this herself. And he then demands the Universe 7 Saiyan to teach Caulifla the same trick. His own Super Saiyan 4 fighter? Wow! Even more free time was on the cards perhaps. However, it's not going to be easy to get the guest to comply. You see, Branch is very much aping her father's tendency to be a little over the top in situations like this, rubbing people up the wrong way she doesn't like that much. In this example, she's just trying to play dumb just to irritate Champa, which greatly amuses Vados. After some base form training as well as a smattering of Super Saiyan training, the four decide to have some snacks and relax for a little bit before doing some more training, because that's what Saiyans do. The conversation then steers towards Universe 7 and Vegeta. Kaba is curious as to what Vegeta and the others have been up to lately. Since the tournament, Vegeta had slowly reduced the amount of times that he got in contact with Kaba. They hadn't really talked that much, and it got to the point where they barely communicated at all, which really saddened Kaba.
That's not right.
And this was of course down to the fact that Ranch and Trunks were taking up Vegeta's time training together. Ranch responds that they've mellowed out quite a bit though in the last couple of years, especially Vegeta, since he takes his role as Bra's father very seriously. They all share a bout of laughter at this aside on Vegeta's expense, but are then interrupted by a rather perturbed Vados, who informs Ranch that she has Vegeta on the line through Whis. Vados does not take kindly to being used as some kind of telephony device, to which Whis replies, "Oh, I've come to accept this as a given at this point. You should probably consider the same, sister." When Ranch comes to the phone, Vegeta explains the situation, that Earth somehow has been put in danger by Black Star Dragon Balls, Raditz and Goku turning into kids of course, and the uneasy feeling the world is exhibiting presently. Even though Ranch initially giggles imagining her father and uncle as little boys, she feels that she should probably return to her universe just in case. But she doesn't do that with the help of Vados. Oh no. You see, in the years between R&R's version of Super and R&R's version of GT, Beerus and Champa were convinced by some of our heroes from all of the different universes to wish on Super Shenron for a transit network between all 12 universes, which will allow them to visit each other at will.
That's cool! That's awesome! And sorry I sound like a hyena.
As well as, of course, protecting and aiding other worlds in need much faster than before. It's like some sort of galactic railway network. Every transit point is being guarded by said universe's equivalent of the Galactic Patrol, or in the case of Universe 11, a branch of the Pride Troopers. Caulifla and the others drop her off at the nearest station, and Ranch is currently waiting to be transported back to her home universe, unaware of the increasing peril that is befalling her father and uncle. Meanwhile, the Dragon Team members that got captured on M2 are unable to free themselves, as the Sigma Force is able to block their energy and respond to their fighting tactics with an appropriate response and amount of force. Just as if the machines knew Goku's and Raditz's fighting styles inside and out. They also do pretty well against the likes of Goten and Trunks, and the more they struggle, well, it's like a finger trap, the tighter the grip that the robots exert on their prisoners. However, it is Pan who manages to free herself from her cell, not the others. Why is that exactly? Well, it's simply down to the fact that the robots don't really consider her to be that dangerous at all. She's a little girl, since they don't really have any meaningful data on her as well. And in this binary domain, you are either dangerous or you're not. Pan manages to disable one of the robotic guards and steals its shell to masquerade as a guard and explore the compound before rescuing her allies. Now, of course, this Pan is a little bit more mischievous thanks to Ranch's influence, so she's just wandering around going, beep boop, I'm a robot. Yeah, this version of Pan is not annoying like the GT one. Thank you, Ranch. After gaining her
Good.
bearings and understanding how these robots work, she manages to successfully jump Nat, who is holding Goten and Trunks in his body, and stealthily disables him.
Although, from what I remember, she wasn't that annoying, really. She was just a little more serious at times and stuff, and easy to irritate, but she wasn't annoying, per se.
Freeing those two. Now the three younger Saiyans are free, they are ready to free Goku and Raditz. This time, the Sigma robots are taken by surprise, and are unable to deal with this attack. With Goku and Raditz now free as well, it's safe to say that the Sigma Force now get obliterated completely. Then they are forced to fight Rildo, who is a pretty formidable opponent at the best of times, but with this additional supporter behind him, he is even stronger than before. Goku and Raditz can tell that they can take care of him as a pair, though, with Pan, Goten and Trunks free in going after the Dragon Balls that seemingly are on M2. Due to his ability of controlling the planet's environment, Rildo is a pretty powerful enemy. That is until Goku and Raditz go Super Saiyan Blue on him. In their child forms though, like with most forms of Super Saiyan in the original timeline, we've seen that before, Super Saiyan Blue is much more difficult to pull off, effectively. But like the original forms, once they have actually gone into the form, the stamina curve eases off somewhat. The group then find the balls and manage to find Dr. Mu's laboratory, nestled within the planet. They attempt to capture Mu, but he tries to send his prototype creation Baby after them. This experiment seemingly proves to be a damp squib though, as Baby is vaporized, supposedly. Rildo gets destroyed by the combined power of the Som brothers, and the rest unfolds like it does in the original, only with Raditz there as well. The story then proceeds as you could imagine. First, Baby takes over Mu's body, then our heroes find a young alien boy and accidentally deliver him to Pital, where he causes some pretty serious chaos. In all of the ensuing confusion and mayhem, Baby manages to reach Earth, where the monster manages to hop from host to host, first using Hercule, then coming across Daikon and Muli. Daikon is really terrified of his brother's sudden change of mood. And remember people, Muli's the more polite and sensitive one. Daikon then calls Gohan for help. This of course causes Baby to take over.
Who is that again? Can y'all explain? I'm trying to remember, but for the life of me, I can't remember who those two are.
Gohan as well, once Muli senses Gohan's overall power, him being an even better host. Piccolo tries to stop the creature inside his pupil's body, but, he's blasted away like he was nothing. Sadly, like the original. Now we have the whole Baby Gohan versus Vegeta duel, but Muli instead feels in for Goten in this scenario. But just as the monster is about to jump ship and take control over Vegeta, someone blocks his path, attempting to blast the monster. Sadly, she misses. It is Ranch, who now has the parasite in her. Oh, you will do just fine. Baby then decides that he won't be looking this gifted horse in the mouth, and he then transforms his new host into Baby Ranch, and attempts to spread her infection across the planet. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? Is this twist too...
So Ranch is Baby now, not Vegeta in this timeline? Damn it. I want to see where this goes. Please tell me he's got to continue this, right? Because he's stopping at mid-story, so hopefully he'll have it out soon for the next part, because that's like kind of an annoying place to stop. But I love watching this, and he's so awesome. And if he's watching this, he's my favorite creator on YouTube. I have favorite reactors and stuff, but he's my favorite, one of my favorite creators on here. Probably the favorite. And he's so awesome. And I can't wait for the next R&R. And hope y'all enjoyed this. And please subscribe and like. And if y'all like his videos, subscribe to him and stuff. And till next time, see y'all.
Too much to bear for you? Do you think the Universe 6 Saiyans will come to their friends' aid? Leave a comment below.
I was about to say bye, but then I realized I'd paused at mid-sentence, so I want to see this.
And let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you in the next video. Catch you later.
Like he said, see y'all.